How often we use it?
Alrighty. Cool. So, for those of you that don't know, just very briefly, a cold wallet is a device like a ledger where you can hold crypto and NFTs, different types of crypto, offline. So you basically have a program with a ledger. You've got something called Ledger Live, where you can get your own unique wallet addresses for different cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it may be, and you can store your own Bitcoin, Ethereum, NFTs on this cold wallet. Now, the benefit of that is we have seen with FTX, when you are keeping your crypto, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum on exchange like an FTX, you don't know for sure whether FTX has got one reserve of Bitcoin for every Bitcoin you've deposited with them. And we've seen that FTX didn't. And as a
Hmm.
result of people keeping their crypto on an exchange, they lost their money. They might get a small percentage of it back. We don't know. But basically, you are keeping your money on a decentralized exchange when you keep it with the FTX. If you
Yeah.
want to avoid that, you can self custody, and this is what we suggest you do. You can self custody your own crypto. You do not need to keep it in a bank. You can keep it on a ledger, and then only you have got access to it. And every time you want to transact on that ledger and move money to or from it, you need to plug your ledger into your computer. You need to put in your password and double authenticate, and then you can do transactions while authenticating on this little ledger device. So it's a way to store cryptocurrency and NFTs without the risk of a third party stealing it or anything to that effect. And it really is something that we suggest. So,
Yeah.
to answer Crypto Dream's question, and I'll hand over to Kate to answer afterwards, yes, I do have a ledger. I've had one since about 2 months in the NFT space. So, almost for 1.5 years, I've had a ledger. And I usually do keep my blue chips on my ledger device. The exception to that is when I want to sell it, I move it to my hot wallet, which I've now made a separate wallet to do that on, to be extra safe. But the reason it's harder on a ledger is because if you want to lower the price or accept an offer, every time you've got to plug the ledger in and authenticate, and also to really be extra safe with a cold wallet, you shouldn't actually sign transactions on the wallet. So you shouldn't really list an NFT on the ledger wallet address. If you really want to be extra safe, that wallet address should just be something that you transfer things to and transfer it back to yourself. And it should
Hmm.
never really interact with an OpenSea or something like that. So that's my answer. You do need one. You should have one. This is financial advice. You can hold me to it. Get a ledger and self custody.
Yeah. I use it like a bank, like a savings account. I pretty much don't touch it much at all. Like I don't remember the last time I logged into Ledger. Actually, I pretty much transfer it. If I transfer NFTs that I really really love, that I don't feel like I'll ever flip or anything. Good night, Luke. And
Good night, my bro.
if I want to hold it, I just send it to my Ledger. If there's ever a point where I don't feel like holding it anymore, I'll just transfer it from my Ledger. But I rarely touch my Ledger. In the same sense, I rarely touch my savings if I can help it. So that's kind of how I use it. But it's basically, yeah, it's basically your own bank. Like unless Ledger's shut down, I guess, unless their software and their entire network went down, but it's still like there in your wallet. So I don't know. It's the most secure way, in my opinion, to do it. And I don't know. For me, I'd rather just hold it. I don't trust nobody anymore. I don't trust banks. I don't trust anyone. I have my money in a variety of different places just because I don't like how FTX happened. It just makes me nervous because everyone's doing that, bro. Everyone's doing it. If FTX just got caught, so it's like I don't like that that can happen. And Sam's literally still running around. So if a bank does it, I know banks are supposed to be like regulated by the government and stuff. But I could see Wells Fargo or something just shutting down and be like, oops. Like I don't know, to, like tell you like we've lost 30% of everyone's money or whatever it is, and I'm just like I don't like that. So it makes me nervous. I'd rather just do it
I
all
think
myself.
as far as actual banking, like normal currency and not crypto, I do think like a bank like I'm pretty sure a bank like Wells Fargo, J.P. Morgan, whatever, have got are reserved are insured by the Reserve Bank of that country.
Probably, yeah, probably.
They are. So if they go down, it's covered. I don't know every country. I know South Africa, the South African Reserve Bank underwrites all of that risk, and they also do audits on a bank.
Mm,
So, you know,
But also they have like
regular.
updates where you can't use it. Like I remember one time a couple of years ago, Wells Fargo shut down for like 5 hours. They just were like, no,
Yeah.
you can't use your card, can't use your number, can't use the card at all. And we were like, what? And I remember like when we were there was like a bunch of people at the restaurant, and just like half the people in line couldn't order it. They were just like, I guess take it for free. Like they had already made the food, and they were like, no one's Wells Fargo's card's working, no one knew what was going on, and people just couldn't access it. And I was like, that's stupid. That's stupid as fuck. So I have like 4 different banks that I use just because I don't want to be in a situation where they're like, oh, you don't have access to your money on this account. It's like, oh, or if PayPal pulls a PayPal. Like my friend Cole had like a $10,000 or something sitting in a PayPal account for like 4 years, and they'd never let him take it out. There's like a flag on it forever. Couldn't get anyone to have information on it. Apparently PayPal had access to it and was letting it out. And it was just like a whole debacle. And I was like, dude, fuck all y'all. Let's keep a little bit everywhere.
PayPal, there was something in the news a couple of weeks ago with PayPal where they were charging people without their permission for something. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I remember hearing something about it too. I don't remember.
I know for sure it was PayPal, and they then later came out and said, no, that's not the case. It's been a misunderstanding.
Right.
I don't know. Look, PayPal's not big in South Africa at all. I know it's huge in the States. Not big in South Africa at all. So when I say banking institutions, I mean brick and mortar reputable ones. Well, I think overall your money is pretty safe. I mean, not financial advice. I don't know every country's laws.
It's more for convenience for me. I just don't want to be stuck in a situation where I don't have access to my money.
But how often has Wells Fargo gone off
all
for 5
the
hours?
fucking time, bro? The amount
really?
of times I can't use Wells Fargo is laughable per month. Like to the point where I'm like, yo, fuck you guys.
That's
for
just
real.
their tech, right?
No, I don't know what it is, but it's to the point where I have literally 3 cards on me because I just don't know if it's ever gonna work. And I just don't like the way it works. Like it happens all the time. A card won't work for whatever reason, or there's a fraud detection, or it's like you spent too many dollars at this place in too fast amount of time. We're locking your card until you call us and like confirm all these things.
That's
I'm like,
crypto. That's what happens. Banks don't like crypto. So I had that when I started buying crypto.
No, I'm not buying crypto. I'm like talking at like gas stations and stuff, like random shit.
But have you used that card to buy crypto ever?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Banks don't like if you buy crypto. Right? They don't like it, and then that sometimes flags it, and you've got to go back.
Wells Fargo.
Yeah, they don't like it at all. Even my bank phones me. My bank phones me and says, "Hi, you've just tried to put crypto. Do you know you're buying cryptocurrency?" So I'm like, "Yeah." They go, do you know that it's very, very risky? I'm like, yeah, no. It's like, are you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yes.
So
can you please just like
really?
release the funds? As a
we get a text. We get a text and it says, "Do you recognize this? Yes or no?" And you say yes. It says, "Okay, you're good to go. Reorder."
So it doesn't happen every time. The way it works is when we pay, almost like a ledger device. My cell phone, I have to go into the app on my cell phone for the bank and approve it there also. So I'll pay online on my computer, and then it says, please approve on your app. So it's almost like a ledger. Then sometimes I'll do that, and then I'll get a call from the bank. Mr. Clicker, is this you? But when it's crypto, they like, are you sure? Like, it's like we can't sort of stop you. It's your own money, but like, why don't you just go light it on fire? What are you doing? But it's like, no, thanks, I'm sure. Yeah, no, well, thanks. I'm sure. ETH is $900. Can you just send me the money? Thanks. I'm very sure.
I'm trying to buy
$900. Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, the mutant ape floor has never been this low. Okay, this delay is going to cause me not to get the one I want. Can you just put that money through?
It is scary, like especially when I've been scrolling for a while and I find an NFT I want, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm in panic mode because I found one I like. Like, what if someone buys it right before I buy it kind of thing? Because I just always have that PTSD from the bull market where you're like, this is the one. And then you click buy it. And it's like refreshed. Someone already bought it 2 minutes ago. And you're like, no. I hate that. I really, really did not enjoy that part of it. I really like on the bear market how you have time to kind of look at the floor, keep track of it.
You've got all the time in the world. And then if you don't buy the one you like on the floor, if you wait a day, there'll be another one you like on the floor at 2 ETH less.
Oh yeah, exactly. Or you can send something like a wrapped ETH offer for something, and people just don't realize, and they sell it. Even with like NFTs like mine, where people weren't actively trading it, they just kind of forgot it was there. I've seen some people lowball and get it, and they don't even realize the floor is like half an ETH on my collection. They like sell for 0.2 ETH or point.
I saw something today. I'll tell you exactly what I saw. I've been watching the Clone X floor because I want to know how low it's going to go. Now, actually, Cade, now's a really good time to pick up a Clone X if you want one
Really?
because of
Why are we
the
both
because
itching
of,
our eye at the same
I
time?
don't know. I'm yawning and it's well because of the airdrop, the
Yeah.
eggs claim. If you want to get into Clone X, now's probably as good a time as ever. Might go a bit low the next couple of days. Not financial advice, whatever. But I've been watching the Clone X floor quite carefully, not to pick one up. I've already got one just to watch it. I'm interested how low it's going to go, and I'm looking at which traits are selling. I'm just watching it,
Mhm.
and I would say, what are we? 11:30. I would say 7 hours ago, there was one that sold to a WETH offer, a WETH offer for
Mm.
zero point 0.3 Ethereum. Now, I don't
Wow.
understand. It must have been part of another deal or something because
Yeah, I think so.
it's not like zero point 0.3 is the only offers. There's offers up to 16 Ethereum and there's one at
Right.
15.9. And
It
so
had
it's
to have
not
been a
like,
trade. Had to have been a trade.
I think so. I think it must have been. But if you look back 7 hours around about from now, there was a clone that sold at 0.3
Yeah.
WETH.
Yeah.
WETH.
True.